During the golden days of old-time radio, most of the performances featured men in the leading roles. Tonight, we want to highlight our own incredible women with the following program. On October 4th, 1955, the radio program Suspense presented an episode written by Lillian de la Torre. She was an author who specialized in historical mysteries, both fictional and non-fictional. This episode was based on the Borden murders, which took place in Fall River, Bristol County, Massachusetts, on August 4th, 1892. It is a what-if story. The mystery of the Lizzy Borden axe murders is carried to a plausible conclusion. Instead of the usual reenactment of the courtroom drama, this episode imagined what might occur if a reporter caught the Borden sisters unaware. What did the two sisters really know about the murders and about each other? The performance is called Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden.
And now, tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Tonight, we bring you transcribed a story of what might have happened in the famous Lizzy Borden case. We call it Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden. So now, starring Paula Winslow, Virginia Gregg, and Irene Tedrow, here is tonight's suspense play, Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden.
Oh, now, what did I do with my purse? Oh, there it is. Oh, dear, I know I've forgotten something. Something.
Is that everything, ma'am?
Yes, just the 2 suitcases. What are you doing with that trunk, expressman? There isn't any trunk, only the 2 bags. I'm only going for a short visit.
I was told that...
It's my trunk, Miss Emma. I'm leaving.
Oh, Maggie.
It's all right. Expressman, you can take the trunk out.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Maggie, you can't.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I really am. But I can't stand it another minute.
Oh, dear, they all leave. They always do. What are we going to do?
I'm sorry, Miss Emma. I've only stayed this long for your sake. I couldn't bear to leave you alone with her.
Oh, thank you, Maggie.
Now, you'll be gone off on your little vacation, and she'll have somebody else in the kitchen maybe before you come back.
Oh, dear, Maggie, what shall we do? What are we going to do?
I can't stand it, Miss Emma. I never feel alone in this house. I'm cleaning about, thinking no evil, and then I get a shiver between me shoulder blades, and I turn around, and there she is, perfectly still, just looking at me with that look she's had since the trial. It's more a buddy can stand, and I'm leaving.
Oh, I know, Maggie. She's always spying. She knows every move I make. I know.
And never a party. No callers. Not a friend to drop in of an evening. It's like a house of death.
It is a house of death. I can't stand it any more than you can. That's why I'm going down to Fairhaven. I can't stand being hooped up with her any longer.
Then you know what? Then you know what I mean, Miss Emma.
Have you told her?
No. if you want to know the truth, I was afraid to say anything. Thought I might get my trunk away with your things before she knew.
Where is she?
Upstairs.
Well, you better hurry then. Goodbye, Maggie.
Goodbye, miss. I'm sorry. But don't miss your train.
Oh, I won't. I have half an hour yet. And it isn't as if there wasn't another one soon after, you know.
Well, I know you, Miss Emma. Don't miss them both. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Maggie. Oh, what am I going to do?
Miss Lizzy?
Hush. Miss Borden is out.
Oh, dear. Why can't they leave us in peace? Oh, no. What did I do with my gloves? Oh, I wonder what time it is. Maggie! Oh, she's gone. Oh, dear. Lizzy will be furious. Who is it? Who is it?
Miss Borden?
Oh, no, you can't come in. My sister won't see you. Now, please take your shoe out of the door.
So this is the scene of the crime.
Please.
Corpse found there.
My sister is not going to, she won't want.
Blood spattered all over the walls. Had them repapered, haven't you? Nice pattern, too. And this is the picture, isn't it? The one that had 46 blood spots on it. You're Miss Lizzy Borden, I presume.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I must say you're not what I expected. Out west, where I come from, when a woman's tough, she's tough. Now, Miss Lizzy, I'm here to talk to you.
I am not Miss Lizzy. I am Miss Emma.
Oh, the sister. That accounts for it. Well, Miss Emma, this is the anniversary of the 2nd Street murders, isn't it? It's just a year since Mr. and Mrs. Borden were murdered by...
Since my father and stepmother died. We don't talk about it.
Well, I missed your sister's trial. Some old girl, I heard.
She was acquitted. We don't talk about it.
No, of course not. But the public is interested, you know. Now, I'm from Cripple Creek, Colorado, Miss Emma. Greatest town on earth. Picked up gold right on the street. I represent the Cripple Creek Record, and I'm here to get some impressions for my paper. 2nd Street Revisited and all that.
Oh, you're one of those nasty female reporters. Oh, Lizzy hates reporters. I know she won't listen to you for a minute.
Oh, well, hey, isn't that a picture of Pikes Peak on the wall?
Oh, yes. It's quite artistic, isn't it? Uncle Morse brought it back to me from the goldfields. It's the only thing he did bring back. He painted it himself.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? I'm from the Pikes Peak goldfields myself.
Oh?
Morris. Is your Uncle Morris an old codger, 60-ish something with
With a droopy mustache?
That's it, a droopy mustache and sort of
tall and thin? Oh, my goodness. Do you know Uncle Morse?
Oh, I should say so, I do. I knew him well in Cripple Creek. How is the old coyote? Put her there, Miss Emma. Any niece of old man Morris is a friend of mine.
Oh, how do you do? Won't you sit down, Miss...
Nellie Cutts. You can just call me Nellie. Now, as I was saying, I represent the Cripple Creek Record, and I'm on kind of a roving commission to report how things are on this side of the range. And listen, this Borden story's got everything. New England old maid, Sunday school teacher, and all that. Just as a story, you know, color. She ups and kills half the family with an axe. Interview with Miss Lizzy Borden a year after. Great stuff. They'd eat it up at Cripple Creek.
She won't see you. Lizzy won't see you. I know that.
Well, how about a word from you, the sister? How does it feel, Miss Emma, to live day in and day out within the sight of the very bloodstains, as you might say? How does it feel to take meals with the woman who was tried for the crime?
Oh, I've stood it as long as I can. And that's why I'm going to Fairhaven. I can be alone in Fairhaven.
Must have been pretty tough on the nerves this last year. I guess Miss Lizzie'd be difficult to live with, huh?
Shh! She hears. She's always listening and spying. She never leaves me alone. Oh, dear, I must miss the 3:37. What time is it?
Oh, you won't miss it. It's only quarter of.
My watch says 10 of.
You know, I set mine at the station just
Borden
before.
took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Oh, go away, you naughty child!
Took
Go
an
away!
axe and gave her mother
gave her father
40
41?
whacks. And
Oh,
when
how did
she
it
saw
begin?
what she had done,
Oh,
she
stop it!
gave
Stop
her
it! Do you hear
father
me? Stop it!
41.
This is classic. Lizzy Borden took an axe and gave her.
Please don't. She hears every word you say down here. Her room is right up there.
Right up there, huh? But she wasn't up there when her father was being murdered, was she? She was in the barn eating pears, she says. Now, Miss Emma, just sit down a minute, please. Is it true that on the morning of the murders, the breakfast consisted of bananas, cookies, and cold mutton soup?
I don't know. I wasn't here. I was at Fairhaven.
Cold mutton soup in August. No wonder somebody committed murder. Well, now, Miss Emma, your stepmother was found upstairs with her head battered in with an axe.
That's right.
And your father's body was on the sofa, here, like this.
Don't.
Miss Lizzy spread the alarm. The front door was triple locked, and Miss Lizzy was watching from the side door. So she says. She was watching from the upper barn window, just standing there, eating a pear and looking out, she says. How could anyone outside have done it? How could they escape right under her eyes if Miss Lizzy wasn't lying?
My sister was acquitted.
Beats me how they acquitted her.
Blood.
What?
Blood. Whoever did it was covered with blood.
Well, what about it?
Everybody saw Lizzy within 10 minutes of the crime, and she didn't have a spot of blood on her. The biggest professors at Harvard tried to find blood on her clothes. There wasn't any. That's why they had to acquit her.
Tell me, Miss Emma, did you look carefully at Miss Lizzy to see if there was any blood on her? Her hair, perhaps, or her shoes?
Oh, certainly not. My own sister. Besides, I didn't see Lizzy till I got back from Fairhaven that night.
Maybe she used an apron, one of those big coveralls.
They never found one.
Easy enough to hide a thing like that in your own house. They never found the axe either, did they?
No, they never found the axe. I often wondered where it got to.
They searched the house?
Yes, they searched.
They took up the carpets, didn't they? Did they search the chimney?
Of course they did.
Did they open the flue?
No, it wouldn't have them tearing up the house.
I'd tear it up. Loose brick here. Wouldn't be hard.
Oh, Lizzy wouldn't have it. Everything's Lizzie's now. Lizzie's and mine.
Miss Emma, excuse me, but is there any insanity in your family?
Certainly not. That's the first thing they started asking. Oh, they ask ever so many questions about Uncle Morse.
Good old Uncle Morse. He arrived for a visit, didn't he? Just the day before the murders.
Well, yes. And they were awful about Uncle Morse. They kept asking people if he was quite right in the head. Just because he doesn't work steady any place, but sort of drifts around. Oh, it made me terribly angry. Uncle Morse is as sane as I am.
Where was he the morning of the murders?
Visiting around. He had a perfect alibi. It was just humiliating the way they snooped around about everybody. Where was Uncle Morse? Where was I?
Miss Emma, tell me about the kitten.
Oh,
They say the kitten was found down in the cellar, dead. It had been killed with an axe.
oh, the kitten. The kitten was the hardest. I cried for a week. It brought on my neuralgia. I like kittens. Lizzy never cried at all. It was Lizzie's kitten. She's a hard woman.
Yes, well, now, Miss Emma, let's get back to the fatal day. Mrs. Borden is laying in her blood upstairs. The servant is downstairs. She hears Mr. Borden at the front door trying to get in. She goes to let him in. She finds the door is triple locked. She lets him in, and upstairs on the landing she hears a horrible, gloating laugh. The murderer is standing up there, Miss Emma, and as she sees her second victim walk into her trap, she laughs.
It wasn't Lizzy. Lizzy was downstairs.
She changed her story. First she said she was downstairs, then upstairs. She was lying. Well, in comes Mr. Borden, and he lies down for a nap right here on the sofa. Then the murderer covers herself with something, then creeps up on the old man with an axe from behind, like this, and brings down the axe again and again.
No, stop it, no.
Was it Miss Lizzy? Was it?
No, it wasn't Lizzy. It wasn't. Stop it.
Emma? You talk too much, Emma.
You are listening to tonight's presentation of Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
CBS Radio reminds you to do as Sparky, the firefighting dog, says. Don't give fire a place to start. Be sure all cigarettes are out before discarding them. Clear your house of old newspapers, damaged furniture, and inflammable materials. Repair electrical wiring as soon as it shows signs of wear. These simple rules will help you keep your valuables safe. They could even save your life. Don't gamble with fire. The odds are against you.
And now we bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Virginia Gregg, Irene Tedrow, and Paula Winslow, starring in tonight's production, Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Lizzy, this lady's an old friend of Uncle Morse.
You're going to miss your train, Emma.
Oh, yes, Lizzy. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have called a cab, but it's only a step from here. Goodbye, Lizzy.
Goodbye. Emma,
Yes?
you forgot your gloves.
Oh, so I did. Thank you, Lizzy. Goodbye. Goodbye, miss.
I represent the Cripple Creek Record, Miss Lizzy.
A friend of Uncle Morse? What color hair has the old man got?
Gray.
Bald as an egg. Good day, miss.
But Miss Borden, my paper wants an interview.
I don't give interviews.
Well, just one question, Miss Lizzy. The blood-stained apron, where did it get to?
I have nothing to say.
And the bloody axe, why wasn't the chimney back searched?
Good day, miss.
If you just say a word for my paper.
I suppose I'll have to hide them somewhere else now.
I missed the train.
You can catch the next one.
Lizzy, your apron and the axe. That's where they were all this time.
Lock the door, Emma.
You hid them there? After?
Yes. I was afraid Maggie would come down any minute. I hid them in the flue.
I always wondered where they got to. I wondered how they could search and never find them.
Father kept money behind that brick. He never knew I knew. And once he was dead, nobody knew about it but me.
Why did you do it?
There's a way, isn't there, to tell who's been handling a weapon?
I don't know. You've always been the clever one. I don't see any marks.
I don't either. But they say the police can. A Frenchman wrote a book about it. Besides, you bought the axe in Fairhaven. It has the star mark etched on the head.
Why, Lizzy, you knew. All the time.
I saw you. I saw you from the barn window. You came out the side door and stood looking around, and I saw your face. And that was all I needed. You ran to the street, and I came in and found Father. It was my apron and the blood. You needn't have used my apron, Emma.
It was the handiest, Lizzy.
And you'd brought the axe from Fairhaven. I only had a minute. I hid them in Father's hiding place. They were safe until that newspaper snooper began to get ideas.
Why did you hide them, Lizzy?
What else could I do? I hated her too, Emma.
Oh, you don't remember our mother as I do. You couldn't have hated Mrs. Borden as I did.
But Father... Why, Father?
After what he did to Mother, marrying that woman so soon after, you were always soft over Father, Lizzy.
It's a relief, I suppose. Oh, time after time I wanted to ask you about things when they were asking me questions. Cross-examining, keeping after me. Oh, I wanted so badly to know so I would know what to say. But I never dared ask you. They had spies about me all the time. Oh, I made so many mistakes. When they asked if I'd seen anybody leave the house, I was on my guard not to mention you. I said, no, nobody. So they decided it couldn't have been a stranger that did it. It must have been Lizzy. Oh, I ought to have said I saw the murderer leaving. A big bearded man with a bloody axe. But I wasn't used to lying.
And when I went on the stand and told the truth, that I hated her worse than you did, they were sure I was lying to cover you.
I had to lie about the laugh. I had to change my story and say I was up there laughing. Otherwise they would have started asking, who was laughing? Whose laugh sound like Lizzie's?
Mine.
I haven't laughed since.
Neither have I.
I haven't laughed since I found my kitten dead.
Oh, Lizzy, having to kill the kitten was the hardest. It brought on my neuralgia. I cried for a week over the kitten.
I know you did.
I cried because I had to do it, Lizzy.
Oh, I should have understood then. After the kitten, I should have been on guard. You know, I was afraid at first they'd find out you'd been away from Fairhaven.
Oh, I prayed for guidance, Lizzy, all the time I was at Fairhaven. I stayed in my room and I prayed for guidance.
What's that got to do with it?
Why, don't you see? When the answer came to me, I just got the axe and started for Fall River. They thought I was still in my room.
What a risk that was.
Oh, no risk, Lizzy. My prayers for guidance were answered. Don't you see? I was protected.
I protected you.
Why? I wonder why.
Oh, I don't know. Because I've always protected you, I suppose. Because I enjoyed having a laugh on everybody, maybe.
I never guessed. You had the laugh on me, didn't you, Lizzy?
Didn't you know I knew? No, of course you didn't.
What would you have done if they'd found you guilty?
Gone through with it, I suppose. I'd have gone through with it before I'd have given in to them.
I guess you would. You were always a wicked, stubborn thing.
Well, I used to get sick of it. The jail, reporters examining, cross-examining. I'd get sick of it and think I'd have enough. I'd tell them now the truth. And then that prosecutor would come along with his pious face like a public statue, and the very thought of giving in and admitting I'd lie would make me say, no, I'll face it. They won't break me. And they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Besides, it would have been giving in for nothing. They wouldn't have believed me.
I suppose they wouldn't.
I used to wonder if they found me guilty, what would you have done?
I used to wonder too, but I had my guidance. I didn't let it worry me.
No, it didn't worry you. Me sitting there in court day after day, the crowd hating me and looking at me and...
Oh, I know, Lizzy.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know what I went through? The crowd staring, thinking I did it. The women who hiss at you at the courtroom door, they hate you. They want to see you dead. What do you know about it?
What do you know about it, Lizzy? You had the easy part. You didn't have to do it. I thought it would be like chopping wood. It isn't. Wood splits. The other strikes back. It stops you. Wood doesn't bleed, Lizzy. It doesn't fly, jump at you. The air filled with it.
I saw the walls.
You don't know. You don't know anything. You didn't have to do it. I didn't want to. Listen. There she is. Mrs. Borden going up the stairs. I'll have to hurry.
Mrs. Borden's gone, Emma. She's been gone for a year.
No, she's upstairs. Don't stop me.
Put down the axe, Emma, and come with me.
Where?
Just across the street to see Dr. Bowen.
Oh, so you could put me away? So you could shut me up? I'll not be shut up, Lizzy. I wasn't meant to be shut up.
Just come and see Dr. Bowen.
No, he'll put me away. I'll not have it, Lizzy. I'll die first. Oh, but I don't have to die, do I? Nobody knows but you. I'm not the one to die.
Emma, what are you doing?
I'm putting on my apron. I just explained to you, Lizzy. Blood spatters. You don't want me to spoil my best fingerling, do you?
Emma, listen to me. You have to go to Fairhaven. You'll miss the train. Emma?
Oh, it won't take long. It's over in a minute, Lizzy.
Emma, think what you're doing. You can't escape twice.
Oh, yes, I can. I do what I have to do, and the rest takes care of itself. I don't want to. You must understand that.
Emma, you don't have to.
Oh, yes. I knew as soon as I saw the axe. What else did you keep it for? I knew there was to be another.
But I kept it to protect you.
Oh, Lizzy, don't talk. It only makes it harder. Now, Lizzy, you must.
Here, give it to me. Oh, that's better.
Miss Lizzy, can't you change your mind and give me a statement now Miss Emma's gone? Oh, there you are, Miss Emma. You missed the train after all.
You don't have to talk through the window, miss. Take that thing off, Emma, and open the front door.
Well, good for you, Miss Lizzy.
Give me the apron, quick. I'll cover the axe with the newspaper. You be quiet. Now, open the door.
Oh, this is real nice of you, Miss Lizzy. Hot day. I hope we have rain. What's the weather forecast? What's the paper say?
Fair and warmer.
Oh, fair and warmer.
Now then, young woman, what do you want to know? Quickly, please.
Tell me, Miss Lizzy, the murder weapon, was it ever found What's your opinion? Where did it get to?
I think the murderer carried away with him.
That's all you think?
That's all. Thank you very much.
But I'm not through.
I have nothing more to say. Miss Emma is leaving now, and you can walk with her to the station.
Well, hey, isn't this the Providence Journal? I heard they put out a scorching editorial wanting to know why these murders are still unsolved.
Oh, please don't. Emma, don't miss your train. Come along.
I'll send for my things, Lizzy.
Very well, Emma.
Goodbye, Lizzy.
Isn't she coming back?
What did you say?
Isn't she coming back?
No, she isn't coming back.
So that's the axe. Whole thing torn wide open now, huh? Will you give me a statement?
Certainly not.
Miss Emma thinks now you killed them, doesn't she? Did you, Miss Lizzy?
No, I didn't kill them.
Come on. You've been acquitted. You can't be tried again.
I didn't do it.
Then who did it? It was somebody in the house. There's the murder weapon. If you didn't do it, who did? Maggie? Miss Emma? Oh, Miss Emma, that's it. Miss Emma Borden. Why didn't I see it before?
Stop talking rubbish, young woman. I'll make a statement for you. I did it.
You killed them. You killed them both with the axe?
Yes.
Why? Why did you?
I don't like cold mutton soup.
What a scoop.
It isn't a scoop.
Why not?
It isn't a scoop if you can't print it, and I'll sue you if you print it. I've been acquitted in open court, my girl. I'm innocent, and don't you forget it. You print a word, and I'll sue. I've got $250,000, and I'll spend every cent of it defending my good name.
Good name. Everybody in Fall River knows you did it. You just admitted it yourself.
Never mind what I admitted. Just you keep your tongue between your teeth. You're not going to print that story, so you can tear up those notes of yours.
I certainly will not tear it up. I have a duty to my paper. After all,
I said, tear it up.
you wouldn't.
Tear it up.
Of course, Miss Lizzy. Glad to oblige you. You can put down the axe now. Thank you, Miss Lizzy, for your time. I'm just going.
Go on, open the door. Go on.
Yes, of course. Thank you again. No wonder Miss Emma isn't coming back. Goodbye, Miss Lizzy.
Lizzy Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Suspense. Tonight, the Riverside Township radio players have presented their version of the 1955 Suspense radio program, Goodbye, Miss Lizzy Borden. Tonight's characters included the older flighty sister, Emma Borden, played by Donna Amesmeyer. The frightened cook, Maggie, played by Nell Brennan. The little girl singing the famous rope jumping rhyme, played by Susan Gajinski. The smooth-talking reporter, Nellie, played by Kathy Juarez. The younger sister, Lizzy Borden, played by Ellie Babka. The railway delivery expressman and the CBS announcer, played by Tom Duggan. And the announcer, played by yours truly, Dave Sanchi. Now here's a word from November's director, Tom Duggan.
First of all, thank you very much for being here tonight. It was an honor to perform in front of you. Next month, we will present 2 programs from radio's golden age. The first is Gunsmoke, the Gunsmoke radio show from April 30th, 1955. And the second is The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes from April 3rd of 1955. Gunsmoke was on television before it was on radio. As a matter of fact, it was on for 2 years before the radio show. On the radio show, Matt Dillon was always played by William Conrad. You'll know him better as Cannon, Jake and the Fat Man, and other things too. He had also a very distinguished radio career. In The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, they had a varied cast, and they had some very famous players playing Holmes and Watson. We have 2 of the best, Sir Ralph Richardson and the other one, which unfortunately my memory escapes me. I'm sorry. Be here next month on November 20th for these 2 classics. It will be a November to remember.
There are 2 members in our group who make sure that we get great recordings of each performance. Our technical staff, composed of John Jessamino, he normally covers the soundboard. Tonight he is also covering the video camera because Lorenzo Cordova couldn't be here tonight. Each month, other members put in many hours behind the scenes preparing for our shows. Our Foley artist, a sound effects engineer, Marty McNulty. Marty is also our webmaster, who makes it possible for you to see shows from our past seasons at our website, riversidetownshipradioplayers.com. We also thank our press secretary, Donna Amesmeyer, for her efforts to get us mentioned in the press. Of course, none of these people would be able to bring you these programs without the support provided by Supervisor Richard Tusher and the trustees of Riverside Township.
2 of whom are in the audience.
Please wave your hands. Mr. Duggan promises a fantastic evening of fun for the whole family. Be sure to come and bring the kids and grandkids, as well as a friend or 2. Remember, a good word from you is the best advertisement for our shows. We will see you again right here on the 3rd Friday of next month, November 20th, 2015, at 7:30 p.m. This has been a Riverside Township presentation. Thank you for coming. Good evening and good night.